Backroads is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, with money by the vote of the people, November 4th, 2008.
As I was sitting in my chair, warming up one cold and gloomy morning, I heard a knock at my front door and wondered who it could be. The way the knock was soft and timed, it should have been my very first warning. 'Cause when I opened up the door, there were evangelicals staring back at me. Before I could think or even offer them a drink, they were telling me all about their Lord. Amen. They said they were worried about my soul and that only He could make me whole if I just donate whatever I could afford. As they read some verses and said some prayers, I replied only with the blankest stares, as I'd only just rolled out of bed. So I held up my hands and they stopped as if on command. I took the deepest breath and then this is what I said. I said, hello, 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 would you like a cup of coffee? It's cold out and snowing and blowing and it's only mid-July. I ground up and made up and brewed up a fresh pop this morning. So come inside and fill your mug. You can chug or sip and savor. Cream and sugar if it's your flavor. Made by a Minnesota neighbor. While I was underneath my car one frigid day trying to do an oil change, I heard someone come down the drive and couldn't help but wonder who it was. When they got out and walked on up and waited, I thought it was mighty strange. But when I rolled on out from underneath, there was a politician looking me square in the eye. He said election day was coming up and he wouldn't hear no ifs, ands, or buts, said we need to fix the problems in this here land.
Yes, sir.
He said my vote would really count, but more important was the amount that I could give to the campaign of this man. As he talked away, I have to say that the frigid day had had its way, and soon I developed quite a chill. So as he stopped to take a breath, I said, this cold will be my death, and I've something to offer you, and you can take it if you will. I said, hello, 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 would you like a cup of coffee? It's cold out and snowing and blowing and it's only mid-July. I ground up and made up and brewed up a fresh pot this morning. So come inside and fill your mug. You can chug or sip and savor. Cream and sugar if it's your flavor. Made by a Minnesota neighbor. Guests were staying at my house one summer for a family reunion. We stayed up late on Friday night. A bottle had us feeling right for sure. When I woke and felt the pain inside my brain and a tummy ache a stewing, I hope my cousin did what's right and got that morning medicine a brewing. And you'd be nothing short of heathen if you didn't make your coffee as thick as mud. You grab a glass and when you try to pour a splash, all you'll ever hear from that coffee is a thud. My cousin knew this to be true, and if there's one thing I'll make clear to you, that coffee was black as black can be. I walked on over to that pot, could smell the stuff made stiff and hot, but before I could offer her some, she started offering to me. She said, hello, 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 would you like a cup of coffee? It's cold out, it's snowing and blowing, it's only mid-July. I ground up and made up and brewed up a fresh pot this morning. So come inside and fill your mug. You can chug or sip and savor, cream and sugar if it's your flavor, made by a Minnesota neighbor.
Thank you.
I'm Loran Kimball. I play guitar and do some vocals for OliO.
And I am Garrett Raddatz, and I do piano and vocals for OliO.
Also playing with us, we have my dad, Larry Kimball. He does rhythm guitar and vocals as well.
And then my brother Grant plays the drums with us and backs us up there.
Hello, old friend. Nice to see you again. All days together are too few. We've been around, up and down. Let's share a laugh. I went too far, went in every bar. I figured I just couldn't lose. Not lose, but lose I did. Took one big skid. Ooh, pour me, so pour me. Oh, boo, I can't lose. Through humiliation into rehabilitation, I got myself spin dry, sanitized. Now I make that climb one day at a time. Ooh, just like all the other times that I've tried. So, hello, old friend. Nice to see you again. Our days together are too few. We've been around, up and down. Let's share a laugh or two. shed a light. I figured I just couldn't lose. It's not like booze. I lose I did. My wife and the kid left me dazed and confused. Was my visitation, came my realization. My informants had all lied and testified. When things got rough, she called my bluff. Just like all the other times that I tried. So, hello, old friend. Nice to see you again. Our days together are too few. We've been around, up and down. Let's have a life or two. Thank you.
And how did the group come to meet?
Open mic.
Open mic. A little bar in LaPorte started open mic last spring they started it. And I think it was about in June, Loran and his dad had been going and playing a couple of times, and one of my friends said, oh, you should go down and play. And so Grant and I both went down on the same night. I didn't bring my instrument the first night, but I mean, we ended up jamming with these guys. The more we jammed together, the more we got used to each other's styles, and we all have specific likes of song variety and stuff, so it made it even more eclectic to then start jamming with these guys. And they had been doing some bar gigs and stuff like
Right.
that, and they ended up asking us to back them up, accompany them, and
Just kind of went from there.
it just continued from there.
We all kind of have this special ability where we'll just show up and sit in and play with people. It's kind of one of the ways we like to experience music in a new way. So even if you don't know the song, you don't know the chords, it's kind of fun to sit in and try and figure that out and see if you can add anything to the music. And since we all like that, we take each other's stuff and I think we try and add to it and try and make it just a little better.
We've all seen storms. We've all seen rainbows. None are the same. None are alike. They are to me a constant reminder of a way to better one's life. Just take your pain, your burdens, your sorrow, they'll leave you battered, so broken and torn. And imagine a rainbow on the heels of a storm cloud. And if the sun let your worries all go, and when you are alone or you're in disarray, just take a deep breath and go your own way. 'Cause when the rain's coming down, I know it ain't here to stay. You know it all comes around like a rainbow chasing the clouds. But you know it all comes around like a rainbow chasing the cloud. You know it all comes around like a rainbow chasing the clouds. You know it all comes around like a rainbow chasing the clouds.
There's a fool in the mirror where I ought to be. Fool in the mirror where I ought to be. Well, I tried to fool myself. I made a big fool out of me. There's a change in the weather. There's a change in the sea. Change in the weather. There's a change in the sea. There's a change in my baby. Looks like a real tsunami. Well, she said it's time to get married, just not to you. Said it's time to get married, just not to you. She said I found me a better house, and it's got a swimming pool. All right, Lord.
I consider myself fortunate to be able to be a part of a fun local band that at this point at certain bars we play our originals and the bar sings along with us.
Right.
It's one feeling for everybody singing along with a Garth Brooks song, but you start playing at a bar an original and most of the bar is singing along. Man, I'm goosebumps right now talking about it. You write them so people can hear them and enjoy them. That's what it's about. Just sharing. That's community too. Sharing.
I never knew
Backroads is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, with money by the vote of the people, November 4th, 2008. If you enjoy watching Backroads online, please consider making a tax-deductible donation at lptv.org.